doing kind of like incomplete squares just to show that the window is connecting. Come down. Line down the middle. The same pattern. Getting us a basic outline for our window there. Now we're going to do the last side of the window here. With the same line pattern. Straight down, curve. Straight down, curve. There you go, like that. Make those complete windows there, okay? So that gives us those windows. Now we're going to do the next one. And this one's going to be a little smaller than that one we just did. Get us a rough sketch. And the windows. We're getting our lines for our windows, just did this one. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and start filling some of the windows in, and then I wanna fix this kind of corner right here on the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that as well, because we have to fill in the door, you know, with a little shadow and all of that, and then we're gonna do that for each of the windows. But first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix this corner right here on the house to make it a little bit straighter, okay? So we're gonna come here, just give it more of a point. I'm gonna bring this line over there, make it more of a point off, and go straight up. All right, just like that. Now we're gonna bring that line down, and we're gonna just erase this one since we're coming over a little bit with the line. We just wanna make it a little bit bigger. All right, then we're gonna come straight down. Like that. Sketch around the edges. All right, cool. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and make all of the windows, because each of these squares actually have to be black just to show kind of like a shadow kind of thing. So we're gonna do that now. And then as I'm doing that, I'm gonna try and fix the windows as we're going, okay? So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten the line. Make it a little darker and more defined as well. Lines straight and neat. And again, that kind of rough sketch look for this one, if you want to do that, you can do that as well. So there's nothing wrong with leaving that. You can always go back and erase it to make it look a little cleaner, whichever style you want to do as well, okay? Okay, so I'm just going through straightening all of my lines and making them more defined, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill each of these squares in with a darker version, not darker than this line so it doesn't blend in with the lines for the window. It's just going to be a little darker than the white that's on the page, okay? So you're going to use the side of your pencil and just color it in. Not too dark though, so it doesn't merge with your lines. Okay. And this is what we're going to do for each of the windows down here too, okay? Just coloring them in. It's just representing that, you know, you can see the inside of the arc as well, okay? So we're going to color that in. Coloring it in. Okay, got that one. Now we're going to go and do the same thing for these. So we're going to fix our line. Make it a little darker. to give it a better outline like that, okay? Now we're going to go through, define the different lines throughout the window. Got it? So as we're going, we're literally just retracing all of the lines that we already did. So we're making them darker, a little more defined, so when we actually add that shadow in the back, the lines don't disappear. So that's why we're going back and making them darker. Okay. Just mini squares. All right, now we're going to fill in each of the squares. So the side of your pencil and shade. All right, guys, so it's looking pretty good so far. So we're going to pick up where we left off right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Keep your sketch pad, pencils, all of that nearby, because we're going to pick up right after this break.
Of your bland wardrobe? Well, spice things up with the Wood Prosper's customizable t-shirts in 3 easy steps. First, go to SIGNUP.com and click the Wood Prosper logo. Then select Create Your Own, and lastly, import your own design or use the ones we pre-made for you. You can even customize mugs, hats, jackets, and so much more. So head on over to SIGNUP.com and click on Wood Prosper today and get your design.
Got it? You can do it darker if you want to. Just be mindful that your lines, whatever darkness you do your lines, make sure your windows aren't darker than that, so it doesn't make the whole drawing disappear. It still shows all of the detail that you actually drew each piece. And again, as I go along throughout the different tutorials, if you have any questions, you can leave those as well. So we're just coloring them in now. Okay, we can go back and define even more around the windows because they're a little jagged right now. It's okay, we can fix it as we go. Now we're going to do the same thing for these two, the last 2 windows. Okay, darkening those lines. So when we add the shadow in the back, the lines don't disappear. Color in each of the squares. All right, now we're going to do the same thing for this one right here. Do your outline, make it a little darker, and trace your lines. Make it a little darker, so they don't disappear. Okay. Now you can start filling them in. Just a slight shade darker than your line. I mean, a slight shade lighter than your line, so the lines don't disappear. Alright. Coloring them all in. Okay. And then we pretty much have our windows done. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start doing a little bit more shading throughout the drawings, and we have to do the animals up here as well. So we're going to do like how you see the different lines in the roof. Then we're going to do the just shading down here at the bottom, things like that, okay? Alright guys, so that's pretty much what we have for this week. Next week we'll be picking up on our drawing with Noah. We'll be doing part 2 on next week. As promised, each week I try and give you something free for attending, give you an offer and a gift. Your offer is your very own free ebook download of how to get answers every time you pray for visual artists. For those of you who are on YouTube, that link is there in the description. For those of you on any other platform, simply go to www.abamcenter.com. Sign up, get your free download right then and there. Again, our second free gift to you is you actually get the notes from class on today, as well as a few pencil drawing tips, things to make your pencil drawing more successful as well. Again, for those of you on YouTube, that link is actually in the description as well. For those of you on any other platform, go to www.prosper.com. Click on Heart for Art live class notes. You can actually get the free download there as well. Again, thank you all so much for attending this class on today. We're going to be doing new classes every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll see you guys again on next week. Remember, don't give up on God's calling for your life. Stay encouraged and keep at it, guys. God bless. See y'all next time. You want to understand God's calling for your life as a visual artist? Well, now you can. Zoe Hoffman's book entitled How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray for Visual Artists, which is inspired by Apostle Dr. Ludi L. Hoffman's book, How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray, The Power of Partnership, you will be guided through what needs to be done in order to properly stay in God's will for your life as an artist. Go online to www.abamcenter.com and order your copy today.